Alright, welcome to Video 1 Phonics. We are going to talk about spelling changes when we add ses, ed, or ing to the end of a base word. So there are many words, right, that are made up of base words and endings. And knowing the rules about how these words are spelled can help you to recognize and decode them when you come across them in your reading. Alright, so when we add s or es endings, let's talk about that. An S is added to many words and doesn't require any spelling changes. However, when a base word ends in S, SH, CH, or X, we add ES, okay, which adds a syllable. When a base word ends in a Y, the Y is changed to I before we can add the ES. Okay, now let's talk about the spelling changes that happen when we're adding ed or ing. So when a base word ends with an E, the E gets dropped before we can add ed or ing. If a base word ends with a vowel and a consonant, the consonant gets doubled before adding ed or ing. And when a base word ends in a Y, that Y gets changed to an I before you can add ed. Alright, so let's work on a couple of these words. Alright, let's look at the word worried. This is a little bit of a longer one, and then we're going to work on some short ones. Okay, so worried. I see the ed ending on the word, and if I cover the ed ending, alright, I see that the word ends in I. Now I know that when a base word ends in Y, the Y is changed to an I. So the base word here is worry, which would be spelled W-O-R-R-Y. I also see the vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel pattern. So I would divide the syllables between the double R. So the first syllable would be were. The second syllable would be re. And then when I put the word together, my ending is the third. So it's were, read. So worried is still actually two syllables. Okay, worried. Let's look at some of these shorter examples. Eggs. All right, here there are no spelling changes to egg to add an S. All right, plain and simple, just adding the S without a spelling change. All right, here is cried. We know that the base word for cried is cry. I thought I hit tab, but clearly I did not. All right, so cry is the base word. Here we have a word that ends in Y, so we needed to drop the Y, add an I, before we could add the ed ending. Okay, stored, the base word is store, so you needed to drop the E before you could add the ed. And whales, the base word is whale, and you needed to drop the E before you could add ES. Alright, so let's do some practice with this. Page 103 in your reader's notebook provides you a little bit more practice. You're going to read each sentence, choose the missing word from the box, and write the word, and then, don't forget this step, I'm a stickler for this one, reread the completed sentence. So let's read the words in the box. Hurried, replied, traveled, pillows, drying, pennies, memories, paintbrushes, cities, and grazed. So let's read the first sentence. April what to the question with another question? Which word is going to best fit into that sentence? Right, April replied to the question with another question. So you'd write replied on the line and then reread the complete sentence. All right, you are on your own for the rest of this page. I know you can do it. These are things that you have already learned. This is just reviewing it, and it's a great way to help you to internalize how these words are spelled so you can recognize them.